Hi and welcome. It's Wednesday again. End of May already. It's just surely running fast, the time here. Today we want to talk about a topic, and I gave it the title, Restrictive Diets. Is it truth or perception? And I'll tell you in a minute about why I chose this, and I'm going to walk you through an actual client study that I did just recently to let you know my point in this discussion. We're wrapping up the meditation challenge here in the group this week. I hope you had a chance to participate and you like meditation as much as I do. Do it on a regular basis, and it really helps me focus and relax when I'm dealing with stress. So that's one of my favorite tools to unwind. All right, so let's dive into the topic. And if you're watching live, I see some people coming on. Thank you so much for being here live. And make sure to spread some love. When there's something that you like, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. All of this helps the visibility and helps promote this group. All right, so restrictive diets. Okay, so I want to let you know about something that actually recently happened with a client that I had. And this client was sent to me from a different practitioner. And this practitioner had recommended this person to go on an anti-inflammatory diet for 4 months to help her balance her health challenges. And so she came to me because she wanted to... Hi, I see you popping on. Talk to you in a minute. So she was sent to me, and she wanted help with recipes and a plan for eating an anti-inflammatory diet. And so I worked with her, and we discussed that. And so before I go further, I just want to clarify what we're talking about here when I'm talking about an anti-inflammatory diet. So basically, what we were trying to achieve is promoting a whole foods diet, promoting all the foods that grow nature in its natural state, meaning we're ditching the processed foods as much as we can, right? So an anti-inflammatory diet is plant-based, vegetable, fruits, whole grains, also anti-inflammatory organic grass-fed meats, for example, would also fall under this. And when we're talking about vegetables, there are about, I would say, thousands of edible plant species. I mean, in all truth, we can probably not get all of those 2,000 different vegetables when we go to the supermarket, but we have quite a variety in the produce aisle that we can, work our way through when we're experimenting with foods. So an anti-inflammatory diet can be and actually is a very diverse diet. There are lots of foods that we can enjoy, and it's plenty, and it's an abundance of food, if you will. Of course, if we're not used to eating that way, and here comes the part that I wanted to emphasize today, if we're not used to eating that way, it can feel pretty restrictive. And that was the case for this client who came to see me. I gave a variety of foods and recipes to try, and although she really liked the idea, she said for her it was too restrictive. So now we wanted to dismantle this a little bit, because for this client, she felt it was too restrictive because she was somewhere else with her eating journey. So she was eating different foods, she was eating a more processed, more convenient diet, and doing the jump to an anti-inflammatory diet seemed restrictive to her because it was such a big jump. And she felt like she can't eat the foods that she was currently eating, so she felt restricted, right? So there was this mismatch between what an anti-inflammatory diet actually is, because one very abundant and diverse diet that is very much not restricted, to the regular eating style that most people adopt these days, where it's more fast food, it's more convenient, it's bagged stuff from the store. And it can be quite a stretch to move from A to B. And the restriction is what makes us feel like we're afraid. We're losing out on the foods that we love. We're losing out on the way we're eating. We have set our habits around the foods we like, right? Like we have pizza night and game wings and these types of things, and they mean a lot to us. And if we now all of a sudden feel like we can't have those foods anymore, we feel restricted. And so she decided not to move forward eating that way because of the restricted diet, because for her it felt so restricted. And I want to emphasize here, because it was in fact a mindset, it was a limiting belief that prevented her from moving forward. She had identified and discovered that her previous eating style was not serving her anymore and was not helping her moving forward with her health. But changing the way she eats and adopting new foods and trying new things out felt too big of a stretch. It was too much for her to do, and she felt it would limit her too much in her freedom. For her, food freedom was what she was used to, what was convenient, right? What she liked, what her taste buds adapted to over the time. And an anti-inflammatory diet was a little bit sort of the enemy. Was like, oh, I have to eat this way, but I really don't feel it's for me, right? And I just want to point out that is okay if you feel that way. There's nothing wrong with it. But I wanted to show you why this person wasn't moving forward in the direction she actually wanted to, because of the limiting belief that held her back, that she actually believed the anti-inflammatory diet was too restrictive. And again, as I said at the beginning, we're talking about a variety of food options you have on an anti-inflammatory diet. And I hardly ever have seen a diet that is more diverse. And it gives you a lot of food freedom. I call it food freedom. And that's also something that I like to always point out to my clients, is that we want to move towards food freedom. And we never want to be stuck in food restrictions, right? So if we have to change our eating, maybe for a short time, we're trying out different things and we limit certain foods for a period of time, we always know that it is for a certain purpose, and the ultimate goal is always to move ahead, introduce more food, have more food freedom, so that actually you enjoy the foods you eat and you're looking forward to yummy meals every single day. It should never be a chore. It should never feel restricted for, in general, maybe for a couple of weeks if we're trying something, but not forever. It should never feel restricted. And it is more like towards, I'm discovering something new and I'm moving towards more health. I'm moving towards better habits, and I'm moving towards discovery, because on the way I might discover foods that I really like, and I might discover a new way of eating or a new way of preparing things that I've never thought about before. So actually, all of these things that you're trying out, always try and go with the mindset of, I'm moving towards freedom. I'm moving towards freedom for myself, to help myself get better. If you feel restricted and if you feel like this is too hard to overcome, make sure you talk to your coach. Make sure to talk to someone who can help you with that, to overcome these challenges so that you actually embrace it and you can enjoy it. That is, in my opinion, the only way how you can actually move forward and install new habits and new healing opportunities for your body. It never happens from a mindset of restriction and limiting beliefs and self-sabotage and obstacles. Those are all things that prevent us from healing and reaching our goals. With anything in life, but health in particular, and that's what I talk about. So make sure that you always watch how you think about certain things and how you express them, right? For her, the anti-inflammatory diet was too restrictive because for her mindset where she was in her realm and her thinking, that was restricting her because the habit change hasn't happened yet to accommodate a different mindset in a moving forward approach with this. So I'm hoping this was helpful. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I will answer them for you. And I hope you understand that mindset is super important when we're trying to make long-lasting changes. And all of us once in a while have to watch our narrative, what we're telling ourselves and how we're communicating, because that gives us clues about what we're thinking and where we might get stuck moving forward. All right, I wish you all a happy Wednesday, and I will see you again next week, Wednesday, here in the group, and have a wonderful day. Bye.